Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ife Artistry. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching my videos. May God bless you. And if you are new to this channel, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be transforming UGOCCIE, Ugosarasara, the scope Jalam and all that. Yeah, so guys, she was actually getting ready for her show, and she called me to come and glam her up for her event. And yeah, so we got there and I decided to film the look. Okay guys, so first and first, I'm going to start by cleaning her face. Guys, you guys already know how we do it on this channel. Cleaniness is next to godliness. Yeah, so I have to start by cleaning the face. And yeah, before I continue, I'm going to tell you guys, like, UGOCCIE has a very nice skin. I told her that because like take care of your skin, because like it's going to make your makeup, like it's going to just give you it helps the makeup to actually looks nice. Yeah, okay guys, so I'm going to start by cleaning the face. So I actually clean thoroughly with my micellar water and a facial wipes. So I'm going to clean, even if like her skin is neat and all that, still make sure you clean the face, honestly. Okay guys, so after that I moved into her moisturizer. I moisturized with the embroideries moisturizer. I put that generously on her face because that's the only moisturizer I'm going to be using for the makeup. So I make sure that like I put enough for the face, enough that I need actually. So I actually gently press it into her skin, like gently. I just push it into her skin. I don't rub it off. So I use my fan to actually dry when I'm blending it. I use my hand to blend to make sure like everything moved into her skin. Okay guys, so after doing that, I'm going to be using my primer. I'm using the Becca primer to mattify her T-zones, because that's the places I see oil on her face. So after mattifying her face, I'm going to be setting with my Kiss Beauty spray. I think I actually did a whole lot of things for her prepping, but I didn't film everything because at the time there are a lot of things were going on and all that. Okay guys, so after that I moved into her foundation. So I used the Nars foundation and Jaydriz foundation. I mixed the both of them together to get her shade. So after mixing that, I placed that on her face, and I'm then blending in with my beauty blender. I will always say this, blending is the key. Do not forget that. Okay, so I'm going to just take it easy and blend at every spot. I take it one spot at a time. I don't scatter my blending. I take it gently, like from this side I'll go to this side, I'll go to this side until like I'm done with everything. Okay, when I'm done, I'm sure that everything is already set. Then I'm going to go in with her concealer. I'm using the aucoin concealer in shades X11. In the corner of her I highlighted parts like her under eyes and jawline and all that. Then I'm using after that I'm using the super stay concealer in the center parts of her under eyes, and just a little bit touch or other places that I highlighted. And then I'm using the Zikel concealer in shade Zikel Cafe in the outer part, just is a bit shade darker. Okay guys, so after putting those on, I'm going to now go ahead with the blending. And remember, when I blend, I don't blend the inner corner immediately. I will blend the outer part first, then when the inner corners become a bit tacky, I will now go back and blend that place. Okay guys, so I first of all did this. I blend and blend and blend and make sure that I blend everything. And while blending, I make sure I remove the harsh lines, like this. That's one of the most important things. Make sure there is no harsh line. Okay guys, so after that I did her contour. I'm using the Avoc foundation in shade 030 as her contour shade, because like, yeah, she's a bit dark chocolate or dark, so she's not really that dark. So I'm using that shade as her contour shade. I'm just contouring her face, sculpting her face and giving it the shape I want. Guys, like, contouring is one of the things I love in makeup, because you know, it gives, like when you did your highlights and did the foundation and everything, once you put on the contour, like it kind of shapes the face, like it brings everything together. I don't know, but like I love the face after I do the, I mean the cream contour, like I don't ever skip that process, even if I'm going to really skip every other thing, but cream contour, hell no. Okay guys, so after that I equally contour the nose bridge. You see how I did that? Started from the from the brow line, and then I moved down. Okay, still remember the contour is not really a line. Don't just go and draw a straight line. It's an illusion that you are creating. You're creating an illusion to show that, oh yeah, we have a darker shade coming from here, you know, to like when you create an illusion of a dark shade by the side, that means there is something that is light at the center. That shows it that, you know, just trying to mimic a straight nose. That's what we are doing basically. Okay guys, so after that I have to did my blush. I used the, of course, Becharmageless Cosmetics lip stains. I use more of the red because, you know, she's not light skinned. If she's light skinned, I'm going to use more of the pink. Okay guys, so I'm using that. I'm going to after that, now I'm going to now blend the inner corners of the eyes. I blend that place now because it's already at the point where how I want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to just quietly do that. You have to be careful at the end of the day while doing this too, because you wouldn't want to now use the product on your beauty blender or anything to now ruin the blush and everything you've put there. Okay guys, so after doing that, I use the Merak cosmetic setting powder to set her under eyes. I'm using the Merak cosmetic setting powder in the shade Ginger to set the highlighted areas. You can see, like, I'm setting with the shade Ginger and the skin is still at it was, like it's still at it was. There is no difference, there is no color, anything. This is what the setting powder does. Like, it does not, is a translucent setting powder. It does not cast colors. It's still going to give you what you have there. Like if you had this shade, like a lighter shade, it's not going to, you know, give you something different. It's just going to cover it there and just leave it there as it was. Okay guys, so that's one of the things I love about the setting powder. So I'm just setting the rest of the highlighted areas. So like I always say, I set with my my brush, not with beauty blender. You have to do what works for you. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm going to now set the rest of the face with the Jaydriz Cosmetics powder palette. That is actually becoming my favorite powder palette, like recently, because I don't know, I just love the coverage that the setting powder gives, and I love the shades that the powder palette has. Okay guys, so I'm just doing that. After setting those places, I'm equally going to set her contour, the forehead, the cheek and all that. I'm equally going to set the nose bridge, the contour, just, you know, basically setting every part of the face, because I already did the liquid parts, and now the powder parts I'm going to just, you know, set everywhere basically. Okay guys, so after doing that, I'm going to now go ahead and set the nose bridge, the nose contour. I'm still using a dark shade from my powder palette. I'm going to set the nose contour. Okay, so doing that, after setting the nose, I'm going to go ahead and do the brows. So I'm just using the brow tamer to tame down the brow hair. After taming it down, because I tame the brow hair down because I want the hairs to be at a place when I'm drawing my brows. I don't like when I draw the brows the hairs will be all over, scattered and all that. I want the hair to be at a place. So after taming it down, I'm going to use Beauty by AD setting powder to set the tamer so that it removes the shine. And after that, then I get my angled brush from the Merak Cosmetics. Is an angled brush, a tiny angled brush. Then and my brow gel with the brow gel is from Hager and Esther. and is in the shade Nubia. So because UGOCCIE is a bit darker, I mixed it with the gel liner, the black gel liner from Zaron Cosmetics. So I mix the two of them together to get something that is a bit darker, because that Nubia is not dark. It's not. It's basically probably close to her foundation shade. So if I use only that, you're not going to see any line. You will not be seeing it. It will not be visible. Okay guys, so after doing that, I'm going to fill in with my David's pencil in shade 03. You can see that the line is actually out and it's popping. It's because I mixed Zaron gel liner with my brow gel. Yeah, okay guys, so moving on, after filling out the brows, I'm going to go ahead and conceal the brows now. So I'm using the flat concealer brush from Merak as well. I love the concealer brush because I don't know if I've seen a concealer brush that is as okay. Yeah, I think I've used something like that before, but it's not a flat brush, it was an angled brush, you know, like that my tiny angled brush that I used to use in a long time. Okay, yeah, because that's something that I see the consistency in this flat brush is really good, honestly. Okay guys, so I'm going to be concealing the brows with that, and then my concealer, I'm using the Zikel concealer. I told you guys I love to use Zikel concealer to conceal brows because it's a bit watery, like it's not really thick. I love to conceal brows with something that is a bit watery because it will be easy for me to blend out the concealer at the end of the day. Like I'm going to blend it, so when you use something that is thick, it might be a problem blending if you did not blend immediately. But if you are going to blend it immediately, cool and fine. But if not, so sometimes I don't just blend immediately, I blend afterwards. So sometimes I forget. You see, like I'm blending it afterwards now. Like had it been is a thick concealer, I'm going to go ahead and blend it immediately I was done. Okay guys, so after that I'm going to equally set my brows with powder, just like any normal powder. I love to set the brows because if I don't set my brows, I feel like my hand might just go close. I used to touch the brows when I'm doing my eyeshadow, so like I have to set it so that even if my hand goes close to it, nothing is going to happen. Nothing can stain it, like it's not going to clean. I don't know if you understand. I'm just being careful, just trying to be careful. Okay guys, so after that I'm going to be baking the face. I'm going to first of all do the reverse contour on the nose and then bake the under eyes, and then I'm doing the reverse contour on her cheeks as well. Just, you know, when you have a contour and you decide to tell the contour to stop here, that is a reverse. Yeah, that is what it means. Okay guys, so after doing the contour, after doing the baking, I'm going to leave it there then and do my eyeshadow so that it catch fallout for me. Okay, so UGOCCIE didn't want something heavy on her eye. She wants something light. Like I've equally seen all her videos, she used to love, you know, simple and nice eyeshadow. She equally told me when I came, like she wants something simple, so I was going to go for something subtle. Okay guys, so I was just after putting on the eyeshadow primer, the Benign Clone White eyeshadow primer, I'm just using my eyeshadow shade. I'm using a light orange and light brown shade to form a transition. And basically I didn't want something, it was going to be something, you know, very simple, so I'm doing something simple on her. Okay, so first of all I'm going to make a transition so that when I place the eyeshadow proper, it's not going to, you know, exceed where it's supposed to stop. Like most of the times the transitioning helps me in, you know, getting the place my eyeshadow should actually stop. So actually I didn't really remember. I think I'm using a powder palette on this eyeshadow. I think it's actually a powder. It has to be a powder because I think this particular shade I get it from my powder. It has been really long. If you guys remember the time I posted UGOCCIE on my Instagram, that was when I did this makeup. It has been long, but I didn't edit the video all those while. Okay guys, so after doing that I blended out, and then I'm doing the under eyes. I'm smoking out the under eyes. Nothing serious actually. It was very simple. You can see the eyeshadow is really just there, nothing really serious, you know. She didn't want something serious on her eyes. Okay, so after that I'm just lining the eyes with my Zaron gel liner. Yeah, so I'm being careful. You can see that I'm touching the brows when I'm doing the lining, so this is one of the reasons why I set, so that even if when I'm holding the brows or any reason, nothing can stain my brows, it's not going to clean out. Yeah, so when you set with powder, that helps to protect your brows. Okay guys, so moving on, I just lined the under eyes. Yeah, so Goshi was really scared when I was doing this process, because she's like, this is one of the things she don't like in makeup because it's going to make her tear up. But I told her, I got you, you can't tear up when I'm doing your under eyes. Like, I have to be very, very careful. I have to take it slow so that it doesn't tear up. So after that, I fixed her lashes, smudged out the liner in the under eyes, and now I was done. I'm now taking out the excess setting powder that is still remaining on her face. You can see how the thing is coming out, like when you're taking out that powder, because I didn't overbake. Like, I just leave the powder there for just a few minutes and I did the eyeshadow, then I'm taking it out. So I don't leave setting powder except when the client has excess oil on her face. You can leave the setting powder there for a while. But if not, so just, you know, if I'm even doing eyeshadow that is not really going to stain, sometimes I don't bake. Most of the time, once I set, I'm okay. Okay guys, so after that, after taking out the powder on her face, I emphasized everything on her face, her contour, her blush, and everything. Yeah, so I was asking her to smile and she was feeling herself. Okay, so yeah, after doing that, I'm using the cheek glaze. I don't know the shade, to just, you know, add a little bit of glow on her face. Okay, so that is it basically. After adding that, I'm going to spray with my Morphe spray to lock in. No, not really locking in, you know, when this Morphe spray is a setting spray, so it does not lock in. You just use it to, you know, set and remove the powdery effect on the makeup. It sets the face. Actually, the one that locks in is finishing spray. That's the yeah, the finishing spray. Okay, so after that, I have to add glue on her face, just a little bit. Also, it's supposed to be a little bit, you know, I don't know. Yeah, so even if I overdid this, I'm going to still, you know, blend it out. Yeah, so just like I thought, I think I overdid it on her forehead, so I blended it out with my powder brush. Okay guys, so after that, I got the brown shade to actually do her lips. Yeah, so remember I said, while doing your lips, be careful with the outline, because it's the outline, the lips outline goes a long way, you know, for the lips. If you are doing the outline and you are not being careful, yeah, just, I don't know what you're doing actually. So just take time and outline it. Even if, so sometimes I outline with the brown shade. So even if you are not going to, even if you're outlining with the same shade that you are going to use in the inner part, just make sure you're getting, it should not be scattered. You're a professional, for crying out loud. So you should not be scattered. Just, you know, try and get the shape. Even if it's a nude lips, get the outline well. It's going to help your life. Okay guys, so after doing that, I'm going to add the orange shade in her lips, and then I'm going to make her smack. Yeah, so after smacking, then she have to smile, and then I blend them together, the brown and the orange. I love the mixture of those two actually. So after that, I get this lighter pink, and I added it in the inner corner. It's just like a light pink and light nude, I don't know. So I added it in the inner corner, and then she smacked, and I blended it out, and that was it. So after that, I'm now adding the gloss. I'm adding her gloss. So that is it basically. And I love how these lips turn out. The mixture of the three shades is actually very, very nice. the brown, the orange, and then this light nude. You know, that's the 3 lipsticks I used, and it came out so beautiful and so nice. Okay, so that is it basically. For that, I blend and blend and blend. No longer blending, I'm adding gloss. Okay guys, so I don't know, yeah, so I'm almost done with the gloss. Yeah, and Ugo, she's feeling herself, guys, just to wash and enjoy the process. Okay, so I think I'm done doing that. I'm going to spray her face with the all-nighter spray. Okay guys, so this is the end of the video, and UGOCCIE was so happy with her makeup. Yes guys, thank you for watching my videos. Bye.